Hello, my name is John Thornton. I'm with Bookkeeper SA. I'm here doing a quick video about something I discovered about ChatGPT, which would be interesting to know for bookkeepers, accountants, marketers, business owners, et cetera, et cetera. I'm the sort of person who likes to create lists of tables and data, and I found out a way, especially in the bookkeeping field, in which we can use ChatGPT to use image files that our clients will give us or PDFs and convert that to actual Excel tables without having to do a lot of typing. So I went ahead and prepared a couple of examples here. And ChatGPT is new, so these examples worked at one time. Let's hope that they will work on this time. So what I'm going to do is I went ahead and created three examples here. The first one is I'm going to create this Amex list. So effectively an image of Amex transactions that I want ChatGPT to create a table out of um, so that I can import that table into, say, QuickBooks or Excel or whatever. So note that this table here, everything is in two lines right here. One of the fields that you're going to want to create, this new customer 365, is actually on two lines. They also, I went ahead and hand wrote classes in here. So like if I had a client who had multiple companies and was using one card for them, I went ahead and put that example in here, which I'll have to address. And here's the amount, and here's like description data as well as state data. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. So I created this instruction, created a table, the attached bank statement, the handwritten words belong in a column called class. The columns needed are date, description, detail, state, amount, class. For detail, make sure you enter the information on both rows into a single entry. So I'm going to go ahead and click on send. Okay, so it takes a while to analyze it, as you can tell. So now it's creating the table. Notice that it's correctly reading the handwriting and putting the proper classes in there. I mean, I know because I actually wrote them, so. All right, so I created this table. Now, one thing you can do is you can go ahead and copy and paste it into Excel if it's the only one you need, or you can tell ChatGPT, create a CSV file of the above table for download. And I'm always polite, so I say please and thank you. You can also create an Excel file as well. So it's going to take just a couple of seconds to do this. Now, I do have the paid version of GPT. It costs $20 a month for me to be able to do this. If I didn't have the paid version, I think I'm limited to one or two images per day. So if you don't use this very often, if you only need like one image, that's it. So anyway, so here's the bank statement CSV. I'm not going to worry about downloading it. It's just going to be a CSV. Well, let's just go ahead and do it. Bank statement download. So you can tell I've already done it here. And voila, there we go. We can now import this into our favorite bookkeeping accounting program. So I want to save it. Thank you guys. All right, so the next one we're going to do is we have a cloud client who sent us a check register. Okay, so this is from last year. They sent us this check register and like we need you to enter this into a, into QuickBooks. So we went ahead and just painstakingly just went through it and entered it one by one. However, with ChatGPT, I can now go through here, write up the correct statement, and have it put that into a table. So I'm going to tell GPT to, for starters, I'm going to tell it to ignore all previous instructions. That way it forgets everything that I told it here. Or it just might decide to ignore me altogether. So I'm just going to open up a new instance of GPT, and I'm going to copy and paste what I put together for the, and tested, put together for the check register image. Now I'm uploading JPEGs and PNGs. Okay, it's done uploading. You can tell. Okay, so as you can probably tell, this does need some work. Now, one thing in regards to ChatGPT is that this doesn't alleviate you of the responsibility of verifying the accuracy of the work. This is a perfectly good example. For example, check number 176 is to Swa Marie Bromwell. But if you look at it and zoom in, it's actually, all right, well, things are just not working with me. It says Swallows Insurance. Bearing Bank Tivin sounds like somebody in a Lord of the Rings novel, but it's actually boring towing. So you do have to correct this. The numbers look right, 25, 22, 4, 16, and 25, 68, 17. But some of the data here is incorrect. So you do have to check the data no matter what you do. Um, it's just part of just your professional responsibility. So the last one is interesting for me because I do a lot of marketing, I do a lot of sales, calling up people. So I like creating sales lists and email lists. So for example, here I found an address list of Blaze Pizza franchisees, right? So these are Alaska, Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, and California. Now note that this table has state, restaurant name, franchisee, and then the restaurant table has restaurant info, has four different pieces of information that we will need to get. So from GPT and put it into an actual row. So I went ahead on this. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to copy and paste it into GPT after I tell it to ignore all previous instructions. Okay, now you don't really have to tell it to ignore all previous instructions. I do myself because I'm just persnickety that way. Anyway, so here's what I have. I have created a table of the following image. The image contains a table of contacts. The first column is restaurant name, the second column is state, the third column is franchisee. For the restaurant info column, and this will understand what you're saying. For the restaurant info column, break it down into the following four columns: address, city, state, zip, phone, and email. Remove the anyway, so as you can see, I went ahead and just copied and pasted phone and email. So here it did something a little bit different. Let me go here. Put them in a slightly different table type. So you can do, so right here, you can go ahead and say, please create a CSV of this table. So there you go, downloading it. So for some reason it only did 4 entries. So that is interesting. I've actually I've seen this once or twice. It was really kind of a pain to deal with. Or maybe it only did the stuff I had highlighted. This I selected. Okay. So that's what happened. Okay. So what you have to do when it creates this sort of table is you have to highlight all your rows and then tell it to create a CSV file because it will only create a CSV file of the entire thing. So you just click on there and please create a CSV file, follow this table. So that's all you do. Okay, that's the end of this. Now, as you can tell, I have a CSV file, these restaurant contacts, including their emails, their telephone numbers, addresses, etc. So now I can begin marketing to these specific pizza franchises. One last thing before I go, when you do ChatGPT, don't overload it with data. You can only do like one page at a time. Don't think that you can upload like a 30-page PDF and have it extract all the data you need from that. It just won't work. Um, so just keep that in mind. So if you're doing like hundreds of pages of data, you just might want to invest in a professional OCR reader or get a printer or somebody else to do it for you. If you're doing just like 1, 2, or 5 pages of data, this is great. It's a wonderful tool. All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Bye.